coming up? Future, you got any fights or?
Yeah, I'm gonna fight this summer for sure. Someone's gonna get fought. So they're trying to figure out who the biggest name and the best business that we can do for the UFC. So International Fight Week is like their big event in the summer, capped off by this big pay-per-view on Saturday. So I think that's when they're planning for me is International Fight Week, just trying to figure out who's gonna be the guy.
You got anybody in your fights yet, or who's your biggest beef right now?
I got unfinished business with my last fight. Leon Edwards, the guy that has the title right now. I broke my foot in the first 5 seconds of the fight. A kick, it broke in 3 different places. So that wasn't me that night. So whoever I have to go through to get
that was your last fight.
That was my last fight in December.
So is he probably gonna be your next fight?
No, I'm gonna probably have to fight someone else to get back to him. So whoever, there's this kid that's been calling me out. This kid Ian Gary. He's a nobody. I gave him some stipulations. I said, hey man, if you want to fight me, you have to show me you're serious about business. Because when I do business, I'm serious about it. He has to show me he's serious. He was supposed to be in the last fight in the press conference. He pulls out the day of the press conference. So that shows me that he's not serious.
6 days before the fight, the other route that they went with catches corona. And now the UFC calls me and they need somebody that can fill in a 6-day notice, fly across the world and cut 20 pounds of water in these 6 days and fight for a world title. And there's only one motherfucker in the whole world that could get that call for the bat signal, and that's this dude here. But I had to get paid, and I had to get paid very fucking handsomely for doing this. So they gave in to all my demands that I had.
The most you ever made off a fight was $5 million. Was it that fight?
That's one of the fights that I made the most money, period. Because we ended up selling like right under 1.3 million pay-per-views. If I hadn't struck that deal with the UFC, I wouldn't have got nowhere near 5 million. I would have sold the same amount and got nowhere near 5 million. And I would have just felt like I got taken advantage of it. So part of me, the business side of me, the price side of the fight was very, very much satisfied and happy. For my kids, for myself, my family. But the guy that always wanted that world title belt wasn't.
I gotta become bigger. I gotta be
two more though.
Yeah, exactly. 2 more sick performances, then we're talking about being able to do it.
But maybe 2 more. I think that'd be perfect because your pay-per-view was top 5 all time in UFC sales. Gate, right? Like that's fucking insane.
Yeah, that's good. But I also like that. I do think it was partly because of me, but also because UFC is just that big now. They grew 40% over COVID. So 2020 to 2024, they've grown however much more. UFC is just gonna rocket ship, whether I'm in it or not. I mean,
I don't give a